We have been promoted as champions from the Vanarama National League South, and now it's time for the end of season review and a transfer special. And this could be special. Welcome to Bottoms Up, episode 18. Okay, here we are, folks. This is the end of season review part, so we'll get cracking straight away with that. Look at that shiny little trophy sitting here at the bottom. So we won the Vanarama National League South, which was great success. Now, because we've had new board members coming in, they're not judging any of our signings that we made, but these are the signings we did make. Jimmy Mewett, Kasper Kowalczyk, Edward Giamfi, Temi Awika, Kian Ronan, Ryan Blackman, Bailey Berry, Taylor Curran and Kobe Brooks. Now, Kobe Brooks we've not seen eye nor air of. He's not had anything to do with us. He's just came in, sat on the bench, provided a service, and that's it really. Jimmy Mewett, Kasper, Edward, Temi, I'd say them four have been our key signings. Also, if you look at the average rating, it's certainly Mewett that's top. 11 goals, 15 assists. I think is a really good return for his first season with us. Edward Giamfi getting 5 goals and 4 assists for someone that played either defensive midfield or right back. Temi Awika from centre back, 4 goals and an assist as well. The rest of them were there. They've done a bit of a service. I mean, Taylor Curran's only recently arrived. In terms of transfers out, there's been a few. Jason Ring has gone to Whitehawk. Jonathan North obviously left. Jalen Jones, Harry Gibbs, they all left before the season started. This is the only real bit of business we've done, which was Michael Dada going to Buxton for 3.8 thousand. He's made 9 appearances, 6.56. He's not really been tearing it up. Jonathan Nzengo went to Whitehawk as well. Not really a great deal we could have done about that. And we move forward in the season review. So avoid relegation from the Vanarama South. Final position first. 17% of our attendance was full. We had 15%, I think it was last season, if I remember correctly. Top goal scorer was Matt Rush with 29 goals in the league and an A+ rating from the board. That's the table. These are a list of our results, which I will scroll through. You can pause it if you want to see it. In the FA Cup, they asked us to be competitive. We got to the first round proper. They gave us a B- for that. Charlie Hughes and Odelusi with 3 goals were the top goal scorers. We beat Lancing, beat Billericay, beat Bournemouth, but then we got beaten by York City in the first round proper. Missed out the EFL trophy, but that's not important. Moments to remember, 7-0 win against Taunton. Rush getting a goal, Hughes getting 3, Berry, Giamfi and Kai getting on the score sheet. Match to remember, the 2-1 win against Wildston, Matt Rush getting a couple in there. Nana Kai getting the Goal of the Season award for his goal in the 4-1 win against Welling. In terms of the finances, everything is green, which is wonderful to see. 3.64 thousand non-domestic sales amounting to £9 of this total. I mean, £9 of that. Again, whoever has spent £9, I mean, I can't imagine that's even for a shirt. Maybe they've bought a mug and a scarf or something, Previous club reputation is 1 star, current is 1 star. There's no new sponsorship deals this year, and so therefore no most notable deals. In terms of how we lined up, let's have a look at how they've got the team. They've got Kowalczyk in goal, Vaz, Ronan, Crowther, Awika, Giamfi, Kai, Benton, Odelusi, Mewett and Rush. I'll say that probably is about accurate for what our main team was last season, and I'm so happy to see Nana Kai in there. Crowther obviously left us, he was only here on loan. The accolades. So I've had Manager of the Season as well as 3 Manager of the Month awards. But in terms of the player awards, Fans Player of the Season, John Benton, absolutely agree with that. He's been immense for us. Young Player of the Season, John Benton. I mean, he's 24 years old. I don't know how he really qualifies for Young Player of the Season, but okay, we'll give it to him. Signing of the Season, Jimmy Mewett. Yeah, agree with that. Goal of the Season, as we see, Nana Kai. Top goal scorer, Matt Rush with 31 goals. John Benton with 21 assists. John Benton also with 12 Player of the Match awards. John Benton also with the highest average rating of 7.5. And guess who's got the most passes completed per 90 minutes? That's right, it's John Benton. That's probably why he's our Player of the Season. Record breakers, Matt Rush has broken the record for the amount of goals in a season. Matt Rush has also broken the record for the amount of league goals in a season. John Benton for the amount of assists. Kasper Kowalczyk has broken the record for most clean sheets in a season. John Benton has got the most player of the match awards. Archie Crofer, at 18 years and 152 days, is our youngest player, and he's not even our player. Michael Dada, highest transfer fee received. Yep, well, it's the only transfer fee received. Matt Rush for the fastest goal, 21 seconds. And Bailey Berry, the youngest goal scorer on 19 years, 160 days. And he's our 19-year-old centre-back. History in the making. Once Aveley got rolling early in the season, it looks hard to stop them going on to promotion. And then we go to the manager timeline, which, if we go right back to the beginning and just press play, you can have a read of anything in there that you want. I'm not a big fan of the manager timeline myself. I know some people do still like to read it, but it's not really for me. It says there 1 trophies, 1 major awards. And that is the end of the end of season review part. We'll have a quick look through here. So Tommy Dave, I say I'm not going to renew his contract. We'll get to that kind of stuff in a moment, but repayments to begin. We are now required to make monthly repayments of 3.5k towards the 350k bank loan taken out earlier. There was a thing in here, if I can find it. Stadium expansion plans announced. It's going to cost £700,000, no roof. They're going to start building it on the 20th of April. It's going to be due to be completed by the 20th of August. No undersoil heating. Synthetic new type soft turf. Capacity 1,000. I'm not sure how this is working because we currently have a capacity of 3,500. I think the 1,000 capacity is the seating side of it. So the planned works cost an estimated £675,000. Additional funding for the project has been secured with a £350,000 grant from the authorities, which if we go back down to here, that's what we've got, the loan. So monthly board performance review, I've gone from an A+ to an A-, but okay. Wow. The supporters are now an A-. So they've been C+ all season, completely baffling me as to how they've been C+. And all of a sudden they're absolutely delighted. Do they not get happy as the season goes on? Do they just remain glum all season? And then at a certain point they just go, yay, we're happy. Again, Sports Interactive, I think you need to fix something there. Squad dynamics update, very good dressing room atmosphere, very good managerial support. Beaconsfield offer for Hernandez, I have accepted that. They're the medals that have been given out to everyone. Players inducted into the Aveley overall best 11. So best 11 at the moment, there's no place for Kowalczyk at the moment. It is North. Vaz, Giampfi, Gibbs and Awika. So Harry Gibbs is still there. Muit, Odelusi, Kai and Benton. With Rush and Hughes up top. They're doing the 4-4-2. And we do have a few substitutes. So Casper's on the subs bench along with Tommy Davis, Manny Ogdenrindy, Ryan Blackman, Alex Hernandez, Jason Ring and Garrett Kelly. So these will just take us through the season review, which we've already seen. 6,700. Let's start that bit again. £6,750,000 to be shared among the squad and backroom staff on a pro rata basis after winning the Vanarama South. And then that's given us a scouting update. Now, if we look at our squad and we go by the expiry date of the contracts, as you can see, we've signed some players to new contracts. So Odelusi, Giampfi, Awika, Kowalczyk, Nanakai, Charlie Hughes, John Benton, Matt Rush, Jimmy Muit are all here until at least the end of next season, some of them the season after. But basically, all of these are going to be going, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have a squad of 9 players. Now, there's going to be a lot of work needing to be done because when we look at the finances, we only have like £1,200 left in the transfer budget. Now, I'm assuming once some of the others go, that this will go down and we'll have more transfer budget left. What I am looking at doing, because I've got to try and be a bit smart in how I can save a bit of money. So Kobe Brooks, for example, who's on a non-contract, I'm happy to keep him here at the moment because when we look at him, he's only being paid £180 an appearance fee, £35 clean sheet bonus, £70 unused substitute. I'm considering letting him go because we can, in our dev centre, we've got this 16-year-old goalkeeper that we could bring through that we're paying £5 a week to, and that is it. So we will save the unused substitute bonus that we're currently paying Kobe Brooks. Looking at the squad here in terms of ability, we've also got Lohan Vertot de Bont, a young 16-year-old French winger. There is a possibility I might bring him through, and I might see if I can train him up to do the right side as well, purely because, again, it'll be someone that's got a bit of potential that we could actually make some use out of. Then we've got Kyriakos Georgiou, a 16-year-old centre-back, 6'5", with good jumping reach but useless heading. He's someone that, despite all these negatives, he does have 2.5 to 3.5 star potential. We might have to use him. I wouldn't mind that. I'm not really comfortable using anybody else. So a goalkeeper, a centre-back and a left winger might be what we can bring into our actual first team squad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the game a little bit. I will be looking at bringing trialists in and all this sort of stuff, and I'll bring you back when we have some news. Okay, so just a quick update. We have just about to complete the signing of Harry Emmett, 24-year-old. It says winger, but when you go on to him, he can play left back, he can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play a little bit of right back as well. He's a very versatile player, 24 years old, 3-star current ability with 4.5 star potential. And we're only paying him £400 a week plus a £95 appearance fee bonus. So we will accept that. He's coming in on a 2-year contract. I think that is a great signing, and we're still only on the 20th of May. When we look at we'll just go forward one day quickly, and then we'll look at our tactic once we've got Emmett in the squad. So here he is. Let's just pop him up there for the moment. He's certainly someone that we could pop. Maybe not there. No, that was the wrong one. I meant to put him on the left. On the left, he's a downgrade of Bailey Berry. What have I got going on here? Edwino Vaz is meant to be there. Let's move him down to here. So yeah, slight downgrade in that department. I'm getting very mixed up with my thing here. So I've basically picked my team, so I know when I've got a team filled. But we know we've got where's the guy gone now? Harry Emmett. Right, let's bring him down here for Edwino Vaz. Right, so Harry Emmett, I am in control of this, I promise, folks. Harry Emmett can basically play there if we need to. He's not very good there, but he can play there. He's fine as a backup left back. You might say, well, so is Bailey Berry. Yeah, but now it means that Bailey Berry can concentrate on being back up to Temia Weaker and Taylor Curran in the centre of defence, which means for me, we only need one more centre back. Left back, we're fine with. We do still need at least one, probably two people that can play at right back. So I'm looking at bringing in a central defender that can do central defence plus right wing back, or at least right full back. Then we need to bring in a couple of defensive midfielders. Then it will be squad filling players, unless we can find someone that replaces one of the old guard. But yeah, I'll bring you back again in a bit when we found somebody else. Okay, so it's the 20th of June, and a couple of bits of news. Bailey Berry, we've had to offer a contract to because he was being tempted away by other clubs. He's agreed to sign their contract. He has got £375 a week per week wages, 30% promotion wage rise. That's probably not going to happen. 75% appearance fee bonus, £75 appearance fee bonus, £55 clean sheet bonus, and £20 unused substitute fee. So we've had to leave all of that on there if we wanted to make sure we kept him. We have also brought in a loan, Jaden Dixon, 18-year-old fullback, 3.5 star current, 4 to 5 star potential. He's an important player who could still improve potentially Sky Bet League 2 standard. It says fullback, but he can play centre back as a natural position as well. 6'3", great jumping reach, I mean, he's got a head, but whether he can use it or not is another matter. He can tackle. He's reasonably good at positioning. Anticipation needs a lot of work. He's aggressive. He's basically the player that I wanted that can cover both of those positions. If we look at our tactic now, we have a first team 11 plus the 5 substitutes. The differences between this team to the one that you would have seen last season is Jaden Dixon as right back, and that's basically it. It's basically the same team otherwise. So I'm going to be looking at loans again now, seeing what we can get brought in. If we look at the finances, once all the players leave, we're going to have about £2,000 committed spending, which is probably about 2 players, maybe 3 at a push. So yeah, we're going to be relying quite heavily on loans for this season. Okay, so for those of you that wonder what I do with my camera setup and whatever during pre-season, this is the angle that I have it at. So I have it on the data analyst screen with the camera height there and the camera zoom there. I've got it on extended highlights as well, because I want to be able to watch how we're playing in pre-season. So I've paused it here. We're at a corner, and we have most of our corners will go to the near post. We don't have many go to the far post. We have some that go short. So we've got Benton, unsurprisingly, taking the free kick, taking the corner. We've got Awika and Curran lurking around here to attack the near post. We've got Dixon and Odlucy at the back here. So if it gets a flick on, they're around to hopefully be able to knock it in. We have Gyamfi and Kai lurking on the edge of the area, with Muit and Rush outside the area. And then all the way back here in our own half, we've got Edwino Vaz. Now, I would expect Gyamfi to attack that post, to be quite honest, because he's pretty good in the air. But let's just see how the corner kick comes about. So Benton's about to take it. As he takes it, you've now got Curran and Awika here. So it looks like he's going to aim for Awika or Curran. That's where we should be aiming anyway. We've now got Kai, Odlucy and Dixon here, with Gyamfi looking like he's about to make a run. Let's see where Gyamfi actually ends up as the ball goes in. So the ball's gone to the far post. Dixon's actually got a head to it, but it's gone out to Rush now. So that's not a majorly successful corner, but that's kind of what we have our corner pieces set up to do. And just wanted to show you that really, but I'm going to play the rest of this off camera and I'll come back when we've got some more. Oh, there you go. From a corner, Dixon's put it in at the back post. Wonderful stuff. That's our set pieces working. Glad it happened on camera. I'll see you shortly, folks. Okay, so just a couple of transfers to bring you up to speed on. All of the players that we were looking at letting go have gone. Kelly Aliru went as a transfer out on a free, but all the others left at the end of their contract. We brought in Cohen Lee. He's in on loan. He can play defensive midfield, central midfield, not to a great standard, but he's got 4 to 5 star potential. He's on loan from Rotherham. He'll probably end up getting recalled because we're not playing him as a regular starter, but at least we've got a bit of support in the midfield. Another midfielder in, Ollie Eagle, can play in either of these midfield positions, plus he can play centre-back as well in the central defensive role, and he can do both feet. Got a little bit of pace about him, can jump a little bit, not great with his heading. 6'2". I thought the fact that he covers them 3 positions just gives us a nice little bit of depth there, really. So my squad now, we've got some loanees or some trialists in that are going to go out. We did try bringing in Paul Rooney. He looks really good, but he just wants far too much money and we can't afford it. We also did go for Scott Burgess. He looks decent as well. Good little star rating to him there. Plus he can do both feet, but again, he wanted too much money, so we can't bring him in. Imran Uchi, we're not interested in. Harry Pritchard, we're not interested in either. But again, he's going to want too much money, but he's 32 years old, not really the age profile I'm looking at going for. So in terms of our tactic and our squad, our first team still looks like this. We've got a bench plus a couple of others, but we're now looking at bringing in a couple of wide men as support for Jimmy Murray and Sidhu Odlucy. Obviously, Matt Rush we know can play here, and we've also got Harry Emmett that can play on the right, but I'd just like 1 or 2 that can add something here. I think Defensively, we're not too bad. I'm still looking at loans. Yeah, let's just see what more we can do. It's the 10th of July. We've still got a bit of time to go. If we look at the schedule, we played 2 pre-season friendlies against Daventry and Ashford United. 4-0 and 3-1 wins. Quite happy with those results. Like I said before, pre-season friendlies are more about getting the fitness into the players than the actual results themselves. We've got a few more friendlies to play off camera, and I'll bring you back when there's more transfer news. Oh, boys and girls, I wish we had money that we could offer like this. Oldham, in the same division as us, we put in an offer for this boy. Look at him. I mean, look at this star ratings. This is disgusting. We wouldn't have used him here, but he's better than any of our right-sided players. He's better than any of our left-sided players. We could have played him in the middle as an advanced playmaker. It'd put John Benton out of a job. I mean, he wouldn't. John Benton would have been on the left, but just look at him. 21-year-old Welsh player. We could only afford. I mean, we're not even halfway to that. We were like a third of that. We offered him a package of about £500 a week, but they can offer him 1.5k. This is what we're trying to deal with, folks. Let me have a look at the transfers just in case there's any newbies for you. Declan Sakura we brought in from Concord. He's a central defender. He is going in as a first choice. He'll be going on the right because he can't play on the left. Again, non-contract, fair enough. Wes York, he's actually in on £400 a week. He can play left or right, so we've got one of our wingers in. He technically can play up top as well, but with a finishing of 8, we're going to have to be very desperate. He is 32 years old, which isn't really what I'd like to bring into the club, but it will do for now. I'll keep looking around. I'll keep tell Ben Haim to recommend people to me, and we're getting the basis of a good squad. I mean, these guys are all leaving, so there's no point looking at those. But this is our squad at the moment. We've got first choice 11 plus 9 substitutes. Like I said, if we can get one more winger and potentially another centre back, but I think at the moment I'm looking for replacements rather than squad players. So let's see how we get on, and I'll bring you back when I have some more news. Oh, folks, this has been such a long transfer window. Our bank balance is down to £32,320, which is not good. We're going to be in the negatives before too long. In terms of the finances, we have still got another £1,800 in the wage budget, which I will end up spending, but at the moment I just can't find players that are going to come to us. The ones that will are wanting like 1 to 2k a week wages, and obviously we can't afford to pay that. In terms of transfer activity, Kobe Wilkes is coming in as an 18-year-old centre-back on loan from Walsall. He's not going to be a first teamer. He's going to be back up. He can also play on the right, which is a slight weakness for us, but it gives us a bit of support back there. Then when we go to the transfer history, the only other player we brought in, again, another backup, is Craig Fassenmaid. Brought him in on a free transfer. He's on non-contract, and he can do left, right, and up top. He's there if we need him because of injuries and whatever. If we look at our squad, I mean, that is basically it. Gyamfi and Benton, along with probably Murritt, York and Rush, are our strong points. I think we are lacking defensively. I really do. Nanakai probably shouldn't be good enough to still be in our first team, even though I love that man so much. We're also in a position where if players leave, the ones that are on non-contracts, we're going to struggle to get people in. But yeah, I mean, you look at this team, and Edwino Vaz, for example, has been our left back since the beginning of the series. Berry and Awika are okay, but they're not wonderful at this level. So yeah, I think this is going to be a long, long season. If we have a look at my profile, though, you will see I now have my National A licence. I don't think now will be the best of times to ask to do my Continental C, which I think is the next one. I'll see how we get on towards the end of this season. I have looked at staff vacancies. There's nothing. So I'm not escaping this job. When we have a look at our schedule for the games you will see tomorrow, we have Bournemouth and Swindon. So Bournemouth at home, Swindon away. Bournemouth at home is a fairly good start to the season. They're expected to finish mid to lower end of the table. Swindon are expected to finish second in the league. If we look at the actual season preview, and also we do have Eastbourne Borough, even though it's away, who are meant to be fighting relegation along with us. If we have a look at the season preview, we're like 300 to 1. I mean, we were 350 to 1, so the new signing we've made has obviously made a bit of a difference. But yeah, 300 to 1 to go down. We're not expected to be in this league again next season. And when you look at, we're 300 to 1 to win the title. Swindon are 2 to 1 to win the title. And we're away from home against them. If you like to see batterings, probably stick around, because I think there's going to be a few of those this season. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the first 2 episodes of season 3. Wish me luck in the comments. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that wonderful stuff. This has taken me hours and it's been painful. Oh, the things I do for you guys. See you in the next episode. Bye.